Tonight we take a look at a problem that could dismantle the U.S. economy if it's not fixed. The national debt. Just 5 years ago, it was $10 trillion. Today, it's a whopping $7 trillion higher, a new record of $17 trillion. And today, the federal government borrowed more than $320 billion just to pay the bills. That's a new one-day record for borrowing in the U.S. government. Today, I asked Nancy Pelosi, the Democratic leader in the House of Representatives, about America's mounting debt crisis.
Leader Pelosi, the deficit topped $17 trillion today. Your thoughts on that, and how do we bring it back?
Well, the deficit is a huge challenge, but it has our deficit, that's the national debt, but our deficit is going down. In fact, President Obama said he would reduce it in half in the first 4 years of his term, and he has in the first 4.5 years.
If her answer sounds confusing to you, you're not alone. The federal debt, the amount of money we owe as a country, now stands at $17 trillion. That's a new record high. So I tried again to get a clear answer.
The debt was $10 trillion in 2008, and it's now $17 trillion. How is it going down?
Well, the debt was much lower when President Clinton went out of office. We were on a path to eliminating the national debt.
What does former President Bill Clinton have to do with the current $17 trillion debt?
So if you want to go into the history, let's go into the history.
The history, the figures, the facts, they're very clear. In 1980, our federal government debt was $1 trillion. In 1999, 1 year before Clinton left office, it was $5 trillion. In 2008, when President Bush left and President Obama took over, the debt was $10 trillion. And today, just 5 years later, it's a record $17 trillion and growing. Today, Nancy Pelosi blamed former President Bush.
The failed policies of the Bush administration took us to a meltdown of our economy that caused a reduction in the revenue coming in.
Time for one more fact. The amount of revenue coming in each year in the Obama administration is now roughly $2.5 trillion. The amount of money spent each year is roughly $3.6 trillion, which means, under the current administration, the country is going deeper into debt by more than $1 trillion each year.
Some of the world's leading financial experts are now warning that if the U.S. government does not get this runaway spending under control, it could eventually destroy our economy. Christine.